How do I get enough protein from meat while still staying healthy for the long term? That's what I'm going to answer now. Well, meat itself isn't unhealthy. So back in the day of, I have a cow out back, and then every season I use the cow for food, and I know what the cow eats, and it eats grass and all this kind of stuff. This was healthy, right? If you are in control of your meat and you know that there's not antibiotics, hormones, preservatives, junk, pollution in there, then it's fine for you as long as you're eating it in moderation. Emily says, or eating too much fish with mercury. This is a big topic. I'm going to get to that at the end. Hold on. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. This talking just gets me going. Okay, so the meat itself isn't unhealthy. It's all the extra stuff in it. So quality as you're purchasing meat is very, very important. I would highly suggest for red meat getting grass-fed, getting organic, getting no hormones or antibiotics as a label of your meat. So best of all that is grass-fed and organic. If you get that, you're pretty much safe. If not, do your best to get one of these labels. Maybe you get something that says no hormones or antibiotics used. That's a really good step in the right direction. They still might use non-organic feed. They still might feed it corn to fatten instead of grass, whatever, but you're taking a step in the right direction. If you do have that choice for red meat, grass-fed organic is the way to go. And even if you're getting a good quality red meat, I'm not going to be the one to tell you not to eat it, but portions do matter. So a portion of red meat is the size of your palm, the thickness. My palm looks really thick in the live video. I have a normal sized hand. Anyway, the thickness and the size of your palm, about 3 ounces is a serving for red meat. So that's pretty small, right? And if you have a steak, if you're going to a nice steakhouse, it's not uncommon to see like 25-ounce steak or something like that. So that's too much. No one needs all that red meat. I would recommend, or what I do recommend for my clients, is about 5 servings, real 3-ounce servings per week maximum of red meat, even if it's the right quality. And so 15 ounces or so of red meat is a good limit. Now, there are plenty of studies to say that more red meat, if it's good quality, is fine. And I'm not refuting those studies, but this, I think, given all the research out there, this is a good moderate limit. Now, I'll touch on the studies that say red meat gives you cancer, things like that, and then I'll post a link to a blog post I wrote about this, which will give you more of my thoughts. Basically, those studies do not control at all for quality of red meat, so they include things like bologna and McDonald's hamburgers and whatever else in the same category as like a grass-fed organic hamburger that I make at home. And so yes, they do show that increased intake of processed red meat does lead to increased risk of things like cancer. But I believe that if that same study were done really controlling for the quality, we would find that all that stuff, the hormones, antibiotics, chemicals, preservatives, blah, 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 artificial colors, they put ammonia in meat, all kinds of nasty stuff, that's what's causing the issue. It's not actually the meat itself. So, wrapping this up with red meat to say, if you're sticking to moderate portions, 5 servings of 3 ounces per week, and it's good quality, you're good to go. Other protein options, chicken, fish, turkey. If you're on the go, Hector, I know you're out in the field a lot of times. A healthier, antibiotic-free, hormone-free jerky is a good option. Eggs, hard-boiled eggs are a good option. Clean protein powders. So I've mentioned several on these Free Coaching Fridays, but I like bone broth protein powder, Vega 1 protein powder, Tara's Whey. I like a Young Living protein powder. I'll post links to all of these below again. And then things like beans, quinoa, hummus, tofu, tempeh. If you're vegan or vegetarian or just choose to incorporate some of these, you can get a good amount of protein from these. I would recommend trying to combine, like if you're going to do beans, try to combine that with rice or something like that to get a complete protein.